everyone.
Hey,
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I watch a show that only has one season and we talk about why it should or shouldn't have been renewed. And this one should not have been because we're doing the Busch family brewery or some shit.
Brewed, but yes, you crushed
Brewed.
it.
It's all the same.
It really is.
It's on MTV. We finally watched it. MTV requires you to have a password. It's the worst thing ever. We finally got it. It was fine. Was it worth it? There's some drama. Do I care about the drama? Kinda, but I wish it doesn't look like we're going to follow the drama. So I hate it.
You know what? To be honest, I read ahead all the descriptions and this is about as good as the drama gets.
There's one piece of drama. I don't think it's this episode. I think it's the next episode that pops up that I was like, ooh, and then we're never going to hear about it.
There's like
again.
a slight hint of drama in this episode.
Yeah.
More than last. Like we're increasing.
I remember they all meshed together. Okay, but really quick before we get into it, A&M Podcast Network, that's us. Check out our Summer House podcast called Summer is Fun and our Vanderpump Rules podcast. It's about the pasta. Also, please rate, subscribe, review. This is our best rated podcast because Meredith and I are the only ones that have rated it because we're the only ones that know it exists. Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta. Lots of fun events. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Dustin. How's it going? We got a new $5 patron. What's up, Chris? How are you?
Chris, what a guy.
He's not listening. Chris isn't listening. Chris has to listen somewhere. I don't know if it's this or not. Chris is somewhere. Okay, yay. I have pudding. So Meredith's going to take over while I eat lunch.
You're eating pudding? I got a Dr. Pepper, so we're really mixing it up like a 7-year-old today.
I have not had pudding and it's vanilla too, and I kind of like vanilla pudding better than chocolate.
I think it's great with those. What are those little wafers that are like?
Oh my God, vanilla wafers.
It's like an N is like the name of them, I think.
Yeah, vanilla wafers.
Yeah,
man. This is the shit. My mom was like, I bought pudding, and I go like snack pack.
Is it a snack pack?
Like, yeah.
Do you remember when they used to? Did you ever get them like in the massive box they would come in
from Costco or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it slaps. I don't know what. Listen, really quick, but we're off topic. I watched this BuzzFeed video once where it was like people our age with like 7-year-olds or like maybe tweens because tweens are the worst. And they were like, we're going to show you snacks that we had back in the 90s and early 2000s. And they brought out a snack pack and they were like made with real milk. This is the healthy shit. And the kids literally eat it. They're like, I only eat organic. This is so bad. It's not healthy. And the kid's sitting there and he's like, this was my shit. This was the only thing I would eat. I would trade it. I would trade my whole lunch just to get one of these.
Oh my God. There was that one chocolate one with the light brown.
Oh, the light brown in the middle.
Yeah, that was it. Like those went quick in my house.
Oh my God, kids these days eat like the craziest shit. Snack packs cost probably not even $1. You can get like a 12 pack. We have a 36 pack from Costco right now. Chilling, probably costs $10 at best. And makes me the happiest. Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. I'm great. So jealous of you.
Okay, let's talk about beer though.
Yeah, let's talk about some kids who probably ate snack packs growing up.
Billy, Jake eats a lot of snack packs to this day.
Jake for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But we kick off this episode. We are at the St. Louis airport. Heifer, worst or best airport in the world, depends on who you're asking. Southwest Terminal.
You like it?
Southwest Terminal is the greatest. It's just all Southwest. So Billy Jr. Has a girlfriend that we've never heard of.
Damn it. I was going to hit up Billy Jr., but I guess not. Here's Marissa.
I know. She we find out she works for Anheuser-Busch too.
That's the funniest part of this episode.
I love it.
I started laughing.
I love it. She lives in Dallas, so they're doing the long distance thing.
And she's staying at the chicken house with Billy for a little bit.
Oh, that's where she's staying? I thought she was staying at the main house.
Oh, I thought she was staying at the chicken house because that girl asked Gussie, the sister was like, what do you think of her coming to stay with you guys? And I was like,
that does make sense, I guess.
I was like, enjoy the chicken house, Marissa.
Oh my God. You know what? That is probably less intimidating than staying in a house with every single one of the Bushes.
But I feel like this family is going to judge you hard if you don't stay in the main house.
I don't
know. Then they're like, she's just. Also, can we talk about how they met?
Yes, we'll get there because I have a lot of thoughts.
Okay, great.
But Gussie and one of the sisters, I could not tell the younger sisters.
Was
apart.
This one blonde or not blonde? Because I got it at the end.
I don't know. All I know is if it was it's blonde, not Haley.
No, yeah. Cause the two middle girls look identical.
And they're always together.
I think Maddie is brunette and Grace is blonde. Because Grace is
blonder,
older.
You mean? Because
blonder. The blonder one is 21 years old. She's Gussie's age. And because Gussie's 22 or something like that.
Okay.
Grace is the older one, and then Maddie is the 16 or something year old.
Okay.
But
I think this must be Grace then.
These two are identical. I literally wrote down, who is this girl? And then I was like,
and when they're in their interview chair, I'm like, can we please get a name bar? Like, come on.
When they started arguing who had better style, I sat there and I was like, you guys look the fucking same.
Oh my God.
Like, I don't even know.
So I'm going to just say this is Grace then. So Grace and Gussie are out at lunch and they're talking about, how Marissa's in town. Mm-hmm. And Gussie goes into the night or kind of like how Billy and her started dating a little bit or just kind of like what went down in the 24 hours that they met her. Mm-hmm. So the next morning after they met her, Gussie gets a DM from her and he just is like, oh, okay. But Billy walks in and is like, oh, yeah, I just spent the night at that chick's house. So I guess she was going after both of them.
She slid into both their DMs.
Which
she is so hungry for that money, girl.
I was about to say, I do admire her for going down both tracks. You never know.
Listen, if you're going to slide into a DM for money, you got to pick one brother or else you're going to get sniffed out in a second. Gussie has
space them out at least. You can't do it in the same day.
Gussie has this girl sniffed out to a T.
Oh yeah,
Billy, I think just loves.
Gussie seems a little smarter than Billy.
Mm-hmm. Somehow Gussie is the lady killer in this pair. I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Also, this is not the only time this happens, but every time they're on camera eating, the girls sit there and don't eat anything. And Gussie, this is why The Bachelor doesn't let you eat. He is stuffing his dang mouth. I can't look away.
Oh my God. I didn't notice Gussie, but I did notice how prim and proper the girls are every time they're at a table.
They sit straight up.
Straight up. And I'm like, you look uncomfortable.
That's why they look the same. One can't even slouch. Over it.
Gussie and Grace or Maddie, whichever one, are not the only ones worried about Billy getting swooped up in Marissa's little charm, I'm going to call it. Mom and Dad are a bit worried too. Dad's all about, I'm worried about who dates my children. I don't want them to just be after our money.
So much money. Listen. I'll say it. I'm after your money, Billy. If you listen, I think you're cute, but also the money is a perk. I wouldn't slide in your DMs if you didn't have money. But now I'm scared. This family's gonna.
Here's the thing: they're not like a Bezos kid, who has billions of dollars.
Yeah, that's who's fucking. I'm sliding into both brothers' DMs.
This is the family. This is a pretty prominent family, but I would say you're more after the last name than the money.
Also, they're getting a lot for their buck in St. Louis. If they moved to a more expensive city, they wouldn't nearly have as much shit.
No. St. Louis is a very low cost of living.
So I don't know, but
the most expensive part is that everybody, a lot of people do private school.
Also, there's another issue with Marissa that we'll get to. But yeah, Mom and Dad fucking dislike her. Mom especially. You have to.
I do like that mom is like, I don't want to treat her the way I was treated in this family. Like, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. But she does point out, like, Marissa's the one that chased Billy. So.
Yeah. We'll see. So Marissa comes over. They're going to eat some giant ass turkey sandwiches or something. And they're talking about how Haley went to Europe. And Marissa has never been to Europe. And she looks at Billy and she's like, when are we going to Europe? And I was like, bitch, mistake number 2.
I know.
Mistake number 1 was hitting up both brothers. Mistake number 2 was trying to plan expensive vacays. Because
yes, all you have to say is like, oh my God, I would love to go to Europe one day.
I'd love to go to Europe. I'm already like planning my thing. I just have to like find. Yeah. Because then Billy could be like, I want to go. I'd be like,
exactly. Okay, you have to make it his idea. Yes. So then you're not a gold digger.
Also, this bitch will not stop touching him. They are always in full contact. Her hand is on his shoulder. Her hand is on his leg. His arm is wrapped around her. For like when you're staying at a family house. Also, you are eating turkey sandwiches. You need 2 hands. Where?
The girls don't eat. You don't need 2 hands. Girls don't eat.
My God, listen, Busch family. If I'm dating Billy, I'm A, eating. B, if this dude touches me for more than 30 seconds, I'm going to fucking lose my mind because I don't like to be touched.
See, especially eating, like you said. If they were like in a car, it's different.
Also, we're at the kitchen table with his parents.
I know.
I'm 26 and it'll never not be weird.
I know. Like, you're not weird. Like at a party with your friends.
No.
You're literally sitting at lunch and in the family
little
home.
Sister, she's here too. What are we fucking doing, Marissa? Also, Marissa, you got to make it clear that you make good money at Busch or Anheuser Busch or wherever. You got to be like, I could pay for my own shit. It sounds like you just asked Billy for a free trip to Europe, and that's not going to fly in this family. You got to make it seem like you got money always.
Honestly, the one thing that is going for her, though, is that they are long distance.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, she's clearly doing her own thing, and if he's still into it, that's a good thing for her.
But her ass said, I want to be wherever you are. So she's willing to quit her job and become a housewife.
Here's the thing.
Real Housewives of Anheuser-Busch.
Well, since the headquarters are here in St. Louis, it's not hard to move back here.
I guess, but...
In my opinion, I don't actually know these things, but I would just assume...
Listen, Billy, I would love your money, but I don't need your money. That's why this would work.
I'm a strong, independent woman who is intrigued by your money.
We're doing prenups anyway. We're doing prenups, and I would just do what the Amazon wife did. We're put in there. If you cheat on me, I get half. If not, the rest is yours.
And you have to go to space for 11 minutes.
Well, I sit here and be the
or richest
woman in the world. So I don't see a problem. Get the prenup, Billy. Okay, sorry.
I digress. Anyway, let's move on to a different topic, and that is basically just Jake being Jake. So the kids are at dinner. I'm pretty sure this is in they're at a restaurant in Clayton, which is like, I'm going to call the business district here. Like that's where the courts are. It's a cute little area.
It's the 2 twin sisters and Gussie.
The 2 lookalikes.
And this is where Gussie is munching. The 2 girls haven't eaten one fucking thing, though.
Oh, my God. Well, they, again, talk about how they're also all worried about Billy and Marissa. I love how this is just like a let's all talk about Billy and Marissa episode. Their biggest fear is that Billy pays for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, even if you're not after somebody's money, if your family's loaded, I kind of want you to pay for most of this.
Same. If I'm dating the Amazon guy, if he doesn't pay for anything, I'm going to, like, I'll offer, but he better fucking pay for everything.
Yeah, and he's also a guy, and, like, that's kind of just standard roles in dating.
But, I mean, if I'm dating someone who, let's say, is in debt and still in school and getting his degree, I'll pay for everything because I have the job.
Yes.
With the understanding that eventually you're going to pay back. But I'm not rich. If you have so much money, you're 26 and don't have to work because you're going to start a beer company, you can easily pay for everything. Exactly. I don't see the problem.
It's one of those things that it's like, if you make, or if you have a large percentage more money than me, then we're not doing this 50-50. We're doing it like 70-30.
But Marissa should offer to pay.
Yes. She should pay for little things like ice cream.
Yeah. Ice cream, or be like, hey, You've
I
been
got the
paying for a
Starbucks
lot
run.
lately. Let me grab this. Yeah.
Yes.
You just apparently. But I'm wondering, did he buy her flight home? I want to know. I want the deets.
Oh, or like some big gift that they're like, this is ridiculous, like an expensive purse or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if they were out to dinner, right, with all the siblings, I would be like, if we're gonna split it evenly or something, I'd be like, let me get my part, right? Because then the Bush siblings would all pay together, and whether or not they decide to pay for
Hell
me
no,
is like
I'd be
fine.
like, you're paying
I'd
for
offer.
me too.
You
Put
have
it
to
on mom and
offer.
dad's card.
You gotta offer it. You gotta be like, let me pay for me, like
Yeah.
not your parents, and they'll be
You
like,
gotta
no,
find
no,
the
no.
small things to pay for. So like when you go to, if you get coffee in the
Yeah,
morning
my
with like
own
one of the
dinner.
sisters, it's like, who wants coffee? I'm not gonna pay for the $500 dinner. I'll pay for the $50 coffee.
Well, if Billy's like, let's go to this nice ass steakhouse, hell yeah. But me, if I have to pick the dinner place, we're going to Sabaros or some shit, and I'll pay for your. You can pay if you normally would go there.
Yeah,
but if you
true.
suggest, like if I'm suggesting we go to Europe, I better be able to pay my half.
Okay,
just in
I
case.
agree. If she brings it up,
if he's like, hey, let's go to Tahiti for a month, I'd be like, it's on your dime or not at all, sir.
Okay, now that we've outlined the contract of how to date a rich person.
Sorry. This is all I think about. I love rich people.
Me too. Well, speaking of somebody who could kind of be mooching off the rich people, but isn't, is Jake rolls up.
I feel like this is my guy to DM. It's Jake.
That's true. There we go. We find out that Billy Jr. and Jake went to Ole Miss together, and that's how he kind of got looped into this family. But now Jake and Gussie are very, very close. So it's Jake, Gussie, and the two lookalike sisters still at this restaurant. Jake rolls up to the table next to them and is trying, but failing miserably, to like flirt with these girls. And he just looks so fucking weird.
I'm Jake, not from State Farm.
Actually, I loved that.
That would have got me.
I loved it.
Like, get my number. Right there.
I thought that opening was amazing, but he
awesome.
Did terrible after that.
You catch my attention. Where I lost him was when he said, have you ever heard your name yelled over a mountain? Because then I thought, there are no mountains in St. Louis. Are you taking me to a mountain?
I know. I was like, where are we going? And then he
just put up his muscle and whispered someone's name. And I was like, oh, Jake from not State Farm. You missed it.
That we went way too cheesy. You were on the like cute cheesy side with the Jake not from State Farm.
I was there at Jake not from State Farm.
And then it's like, oh, you're just a douche.
Yeah, never mind. And then Gussie
he has weird ass shoes on with the like Velcro.
Oh my God.
Okay, weirdly, were these in 2 years ago? Because I think when did I say this was filmed? Like 2018 or 2019?
I do not know what these were.
But I'm trying to like think if like something like this was in at the time.
No.
Okay. No.
My little brother had those when he was 2. I don't know what those shoes are. Why do you have Velcro?
Well,
you can have Velcro shoes. Why are you wearing them to a bar?
That's the thing.
I'm in heels and you're in Velcro shoes. I'm pissed.
I'm already pissed. Good point.
Don't do it.
Well, because of this, how horrible Jake dresses and his terrible ass game, the girls want to make him over, which I'm in. I mean, this is a very used storyline, but I'm in to see this because
they're going to pretty woman him.
Yeah, Jake could look amazing.
He could look hot, but he's a frat guy, which just like lower. He's at a day keg all the time. That's his attire. His day keg attire.
Fun and hilarious in college, but
he's 28 or some shit.
Yeah, we're too far past college to be doing this.
Yeah, no. This is very upsetting. But first, what do we? Oh, we go racing on some polo fields.
This is insane. Their farm did look cool. There's like aerial view. We have there's lakes. There's polo fields. They do hunting. It's like, let's just talk about all the things we get to do because we're mega rich.
Hey, poor people. This is me being like, if someone asked me to locate a polo field, I'd be like,
it's just a fucking field.
I saw one on TV in Charleston, South Carolina. So that's the closest one I know of. But this, I was like, oh, I have no clue.
But Gussie and Billy are driving two of the like gators, like the big golf cart type things. Not the whole family, but a bunch of the family members are in them as well. And
Marissa,
Marissa
family member,
is next to Billy. This
cannot
awesome.
Stop touching him. She keeps touching him. He's driving. What are you doing touching him? So let go.
I like wanted to be on this. This part looks fun, like racing those around.
Lit. I would drive. I don't know what Marissa's doing. She is missing out dating this Busch guy. I'd be like, give me the wheel, get in the side.
Yeah, that's the thing is like if people think you're with their child or with their sibling for money, you got to show that you're so cool that like their son would be missing out not having you in their life.
Also, I hate girlfriends who are always like, you drive. My mom's like that. My mom's always like, oh, dad's just going to drive all the time. Oh, I don't want to do an ATV because dad will just drive me. No, bitch, get me my own fucking car, ATV, or whatever the fuck we're riding. I got it. Don't need you here.
No, like I want to take charge. Give me my own. I'll race you, Billy. Gussie, get in mine.
Gussie, get in the fucking back. I'm going. Oh, that's funny.
But we have mom asking Billy to go for a solo ride. And of course, they fucking talk about Marissa.
Oh, Marissa. Marissa's with dad, which that's awkward.
I was like,
oh,
dude,
no.
The most boring person in this family is probably the dad.
Oh, my God. His interviews are fucking brutal.
The best is when like the mom talks to him and he's just like staring straight. He's not engaging with her.
He looks high or confused. This man does not know what's going on. It was not his idea to film the show. He is so confused, but his wife made him do it. He does not wear the pants in the family. He just supplied the money for the pants.
He just owns the credit card in the pants.
Yeah, he doesn't even hold his own credit card. It's in his wife's pant pocket.
Good God.
Sorry, go on.
I'm so over the like every single member being like,
Marissa,
I'm worried. Yeah, like where was this episode 1? Why couldn't we have just done this then?
Also, hey, you don't think this mom's gonna make her son get a prenup? Right there, Marissa's cut off. 2, who the fuck cares? Maybe no one actually likes Billy because he's kind of a douchebag. So the only way he can get girls is to pay for them. Like, it could be worse at this point.
True. Honestly, Marissa doesn't seem that bad. The only negative is she maybe is after his money, but isn't that kind of everyone?
That's me. I mean, date me, Billy. I'm fine. I can go. I don't need it, but I want it.
Like the little things like her touching him too much really isn't a deal breaker.
No, it's just obnoxious.
Yes. It's obnoxious from the outside looking in, but I don't know. This is like way too produced for me, but whatever. We'll keep going with it. Next, Billy and Marissa talk about like what their next steps will possibly be. Billy doesn't really want to go to Dallas because obviously that mega brewery is going to be built, which we just keep talking about this like idea of a brewery.
I have this awesome brewery, so I can't go to Dallas. Oh, but it's not real yet. I'm just being paid to show up by my parents.
How much do you think they're making any money?
No. This is where, though, if I was Marissa, I'd be like, you have to fucking do something. I'm not going to date someone who just gets paid by their parents to do literally nothing.
Like, it doesn't even
then I'd be like,
he shows up and does anything.
Let me tell you, boys with nothing to do get in trouble. That's when he's going to cheat on you and get drunk long distance and not pay attention to you during normal hours. But when you're sleeping, you'll get 17 FaceTime calls and you'll get annoyed. So Marissa, put on your panties, your big girl panties, and tell him to get a fucking job.
Honestly. I mean, Clark looks better than ever right now because he has a job.
Yeah, he's just ginormous. Sorry. They're all so big, but he stands next to Haley and he just looks way bigger. Sorry, go on. Not important.
But we also know that Billy hasn't met Marissa's parents. And mom thinks there's like some glaring reason why. But
yeah,
if she doesn't live there, it's not like he's just going to go over and meet them on his own.
Do you think she's from Dallas, or do you think she
No,
just
it seems like
lives in
she's from
Dallas?
St. Louis because they met at a bar in St. Louis. And then, you know what I'm wondering, actually? If she used to live in St. Louis and moved to Dallas while they were dating. Or like after they had met.
Maybe. I want to know what Billy's degree's in at this point. Can he do anything?
I want to
like
know communications. Like, he was a football player. He was a football player at Ole Miss. It's probably communications.
I have a lot of questions about Marissa. Where is she from? Where do her parents live? She's currently living in Dallas, and that's great. It doesn't sound like she lives in Dallas or has lived there very long, because her accent's Midwestern as can be.
Oh my gosh. I think she's from St. Louis. And because remember, they said that Gussie said they met her out one night at a bar, and then Billy spent the night at her apartment.
Oh, that's right.
And then when he came home, that's when he told Gussie that he had spent the night there. So unless they were in Dallas together, which I just think is too far-fetched.
This is the reason I could not date anyone from this family. They don't seem to ever leave St. Louis, not even for vacation.
That's big. That is a big St. Louis thing, though.
You don't go anywhere for vacation.
People come back. No, not vacations, but like everyone lives here and stays here. Like, they really don't do much out of here.
That's like fine. I was more focused on it. It's kind of, I don't believe Gussie and Billy were in Dallas. Like, I just don't believe it because they don't seem to vacation.
Yeah, honestly,
no offense.
It's kind of the same thing about Clark and Haley's relationship. Haley has to come home to see her boyfriend. He won't see her. Marissa has to come home to see Billy. Billy doesn't really seem like the type to go to her.
He won't go on vacation. Like, no one goes on fucking vacation.
They're like, vacation
is the farm. Is the chicken house. It's the chicken house. I wonder if Marissa's still around. I think we did Billy's Instagram last time, and I don't think she's still around.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But so next up, we're back at the main house with the Bushes. We have the mom and then the lookalike daughters.
Oh my God.
We find out mom used to be a cosmetologist, but really wasn't good at it.
She wasn't. Looking at her kid's hair, she wasn't.
Those haircuts, I'm like, oh no. This is like an old money family, and you looked like that?
The boys had bowl cuts. Her ass put a bowl on their heads and cut around it.
I'm like, oh no. But Jake shows up looking disheveled as ever, and again wearing those Velcro shoes. He says that they're really useful because, you know, like, he can do so many things in them, especially a shoey, which
oh my God,
into his shoe and drinks it out of it. Have you ever seen that?
Night. Yeah, and it's my fucking disgusting. Well, we both went to school in the Midwest, so this is like a normal thing I've seen. I've also seen guys drink goldfish, which was like a time in my life I never want to go back to. But this is disgusting, especially
because like those look very old, very used. I'm like, smelly. Why?
First off, feet are disgusting. You sweat also, all day in shoes.
Putting your foot back in afterwards.
I literally put, is his sock wet? Because if he's already not wearing a sock, I'm going to throw up. One sock is fucking wet. Also, disgusting. Do you know how bad it smells? Stop. Do you know how bad it smells in shoes?
Ew. I have a pair of shoes that are like made out of plastic, reusable plastic, and can be washed. And I wash them once a month, and they smell terrible. So
where the fuck
could you imagine those?
No. Also, where the fuck did he come in with this beer? If he hadn't had a beer, this wouldn't have been a problem.
He probably made a pit stop at that bar,
Jake,
with the keg. You know, like they probably have some cans right there. Jake always has Craftig, which is their beer brand. He always has Craftig stuff on. He's the only one who probably actually does shit at that brewery.
Just Jake. Also, really quick, I was trying to see if Marissa's still around. I can't find a picture of her, which is fine. But there's one daughter that we have not seen in 2 episodes. Where the fuck is Abby at?
Is she the last daughter?
No, it goes Billy, Haley, Abby, Gussie. So she's fucking between Haley and Gussie, and then Grace, Maddie, Peter. I knew that there was. I was like, why does Maddie
maybe
seem
it was
so
Abby
young?
at lunch with Gussie earlier?
No, this bitch we have not seen. I literally had to be like, who is this girl? Is she a cousin? No. And then I had to go on my notes. So we have met Abby. Abby, you okay? Sorry, go on. Okay, back to Jake being Pretty Woman.
Yeah, now we're doing the like real makeover. They put a little steamer on his face. They waxed his eyebrows, his chest, tried to do some laser hair removal. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing?
Mom sucks at waxing. It takes her 3 times to get that unibrow wax off.
And they put it on him too high. He's like, that's so high.
He touched it. I was like, oh my God, his fingers in the wax. Listen.
Oh my God.
Mom, you got to get your shit together. Okay.
I think you need to go back to cosmetology school.
Honestly. Yeah, and then we got a scene of the shoe, and this is where I wrote, is his sock wet? Is he wearing socks?
Oh God.
My only concern. Yeah. Let's talk about this couple workout. I hate couples that work out together. I hate them.
What show were we watching? Oh, Summer House. This happened in Summer House, and you said the exact same thing.
Who worked out? Probably Lindsay.
It was Lindsay and Everett.
Oh, I hate it. You're right.
Season 1.
Listen, I'm sweaty, I'm smelly. I probably suck. I'm not that athletic, and maybe that's why I don't want a dude that likes me watching me work out.
Also, this isn't good content for a show because you can't really talk as you're working out. So you have to like do workout scenes as like B-roll and then sit down in a gym and have a conversation, which nobody fucking does.
Also, do you know how pissed I am if I want that machine you're sitting at?
Yes. Pissed. Just go get some fucking froyo.
Oh my God, I would have loved it if there's just like a person behind staring at them trying to get that machine that they're fucking sitting at. I would have fucking cried.
I follow an account, a Bravo account on Instagram, and they like, it's somebody who like watches the shows and like does videos and just like gives their commentary as they're watching it. Yeah. And Real Housewives of New York, Leah was walking out in a hotel, and this guy literally just stopped in his tracks and like was staring at her because her outfit was just so out there, and they were like in the woods or something.
Yeah.
And this guy was just like, what?
Yeah, that would be me. That'd be awesome. I hope that's me one day.
Like, that's what I feel like somebody at this gym would do. Be like, what are we doing?
I'd be like, why are there cameras? Why are we I would have crashed the scene, been like, can I use the butt machine that you're sitting at doing nothing? How much longer? That's what people usually say. Are you almost done? Last set? Yeah. Look out. But basically the essence is Marissa doesn't want to leave. It's so sad. These two are so in love, so heartbroken. 1 year, yay.
And they need to figure out how to live in the same city.
Marissa doesn't seem like she cares. She will move back in a second. I don't know why this is a problem. It's not drama.
I know.
Whatever.
All right, let's go get sushi with the lookalike girls, Mom and Jake. Also, I just want to point out, been to this sushi place, great place, and they have a whole roll that could come out on fire.
Shout out. So Jake's on a date with Mom. I thought she'd actually set up a date for him. That's what she's like, hey, I set up this.
Here's the thing. If you're going to do it like this, the lookalike sisters cannot be on either side of you.
Listen, this was what I was picturing. He was going to meet up with MILF and the two sisters.
Yeah.
MILF was going to be like, hey, I have this family friend that maybe you know, maybe you don't. And you're just going to sit and have dinner and casual conversation. The chances of anything coming out of it are slim, but it's just practice. And no, instead it's like MILF is dating him with the two sisters there.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird.
Oh my God. I was like, what are we doing? So obviously Jake's not taking it fucking seriously, and he's like on his phone and he's like being weird, and the sisters are like, you can't do that. And I'm like, he's on a date with your fucking mom. What do you mean he can't do that? I'm horrified.
It's so awkward. This is just so weird because he's like fake dating Mom, and because it's fake, of course he's not going to act real.
At least he dressed up okay.
He looked pretty good. He looks great in his interviews, is all I do want to say. And then
he looks fine.
And then they like yell at him for like checking a text. I don't really think that's like a deal breaker when you go on a date. If somebody's like, oh, wait, sorry, hold on.
No, especially to like what I usually do is if they like go to the bathroom, I'll pull out my phone, and then when he comes back, I'll be like, oh, sorry, I was just like texting my roommate. It's not a big deal.
No, especially on a first date.
Obviously, if you're just sitting on your phone, then like fuck you. But if like you got a text, you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, let me just text my mom or something back. I'd be like, do your thing, man. I don't give a fuck.
And ordering for her, I honestly wouldn't mind that.
It depends. If I've never been there and you really want to recommend something, fine. But most of the time, I got my own shit. Don't you worry.
I guess it depends what it is. If it's like, like if you order your drink and then it's like, oh, I got this. Like this is one of my favorite places. We'll have these appetizers.
Here. Yeah, I'll order. Yeah, let me order the apps. I'd be like, go for it. But if you're like, she'll have the salad, I'm gonna be like, excuse you. I'm not paying for this.
No, or it's like because they were at a sushi place. I'm sure it's so easy to be like, we'll have some edamame and some
we'll split a California roll or whatever. Like, fine.
And then we'll graze and figure out if we want more.
He could have too. You know what else you could do? I could be like, hey Meredith, what are your top 3 like sushi things that you want, or like top 5, and I'll pick 3 or something, and then we could split it. It's not big, especially a sushi place is the easiest place to do family style.
Exactly.
Like going to Boston Market and
I feel like they were a little too harsh on it. Boston Market. But
it's like, what else? You're going to get chicken and mashed potatoes.
Yeah. There's limited things.
Like, there's limited things at a sushi place too. You can only go so wrong.
And if you're so restricted on like what you're going to eat, you're never going to be able to date Jake anyways.
Or Jake will just eat his plate, you eat yours. It doesn't seem to be a fucking problem.
He's kind of like Joey from Friends.
A little bit. I'm not mad at Jake. Like, I'd love to go on one date.
I love Jake. I think he's fun.
He's the dude. I'm signing into his DMs now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so again, we talk about Marissa and Billy.
Jake doesn't like Marissa. Damn.
No,
Jake.
and Mom is like urging Jake to tell Billy, which I kind of love this. This is genius. Like, have the friend do it.
You gotta be loyal.
I don't know. She's just like
I think you should
tell him how you feel.
Yeah. So obnoxious. And then we end the episode on a horse.
Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to realize this is how they end every fucking episode, and I hate it. Mom and Dad on the carriage.
I don't even know what they talk about. This one, maybe dating apps or some shit.
Yeah, and how like Dad's too old to figure it out, which I think is hilarious.
Oh my God, Dad has no idea what decade it is. This poor man has been stolen.
But Dad said he knew Mom was the one because she was beautiful and didn't pay him any attention.
I get it.
I was like, okay. And then they went out and got drunk, and I was like, hell yeah, love it.
Hell yeah, let's get drunk.
But that's about it.
That's Episode 3. I don't know who I creeped on. Like I said, I think it was Billy and Maddie. What?
I think so. Marissa and him definitely aren't together because I found an article where Marissa later in the episode later in the season, it sounds like something happens, which I don't want to like spoil it, but she was tweeting about it and maybe pretty much alluded to the fact that the show was scripted and fake, which fucking obviously.
I already got that.
And then like Billy commented back and was like, I was defending your honor. So I don't really think.
I already got the essence. Of course it's fake. Of fucking course it's fake. If you don't think it's fake, you dumb.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's fake, but yeah.
Well,
her name's Marissa Morgan.
Oh, did you find her?
I think so.
Marissa Morgan. Oh, okay. I want to do her. It looks like she's still in Dallas.
She's in real estate now.
She's in real estate. Okay.
Is that her? Is that really her?
This has got to be her. This has got to be it. What other blonde bitch like this is in Dallas with 14.3K followers?
I guess I only have 2 people who follow her though.
She made a good fucking living off being on this show for 5 fucking minutes. Oh,
Yeah,
here's her
this
with
definitely
horses.
is her. With her lips smaller, I can tell it is her.
Here's her with some horses in February of 2019. Is it the Busch
Probably
horses? I don't know.
is it? Who the fuck else do you know with horses?
I don't know St. Louis very well.
That's true, I guess. Good point.
Okay, it looks like she might have went hunting at one point, and Billy
Yeah, this
has
has to be her.
He loves to hunt. Here's more horses in St. Louis. Okay, yeah. So she just deleted all the pics with him. It looks like now she's always in a bikini. She's probably an influencer and she's in real estate.
A micro influencer, let's be honest.
Well, she's trying. Hustle your ass, girl.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely her because on
Dallas.
April 2nd, 2020, she posted, "Get the drinks ready tonight on MTV. The season finale of Busch Family Brewed is going to be a good one."
April 2nd of 2020?
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, 2020. Oh, April.
She's in like a pink one shoulder ruffle
thingy.
thingy.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, good for her. I guess she's on the finale then.
Sounds like
so much to look forward to. She great. She had some work done, probably some lip filler. She's still in Dallas. Good for her. Don't care about her. We'll never talk about her again, probably.
That's not true. I bet she's on the rest of the season.
Really? But she's in Dallas. Maybe she.
Okay, at least the season finale, she's on it. We know.
Pop that. Pop the champagne.
Okay.
Even though I'm promoting beer.
Well,
whatever.
That's about it. We got a little drama with some hatred towards a girlfriend.
The dumbest drama. I want someone better come out.
Okay. That's whatever.
All right. Next episode.
Bye.